So there has been so much talk about the rail strike. The House voted to avert this rail strike, and they imposed a deal on unions. So they moved urgently, trying to stop this looming rail strike. Earlier this week, they passed a bill that would bind companies and workers to a proposed settlement that was reached in September, but rejected by some of the 12 unions involved. So, I don't like the way this whole thing went down. I understand. I understand the sentiment, right? I understand the sentiment. You don't want to have a rail strike right now. I understand that part. But what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do in support of labor? What are you willing to do in support of these essential workers? Joe Biden's supposed to be down for the working man, right? You're always talking about Scranton and all of this. He's supposed to be a union guy. Now, he signed a bill that averted the rail worker strike despite the lack of paid sick days. 7 days of paid sick leave is something that they wanted. But President Biden signed a bill into law that made the rail strike illegal, prevented the workers from walking off the job weeks before the holiday season. Why did he do this? Why did he do this? Well, he did it because they didn't want the rail strike, right? Congress intervened as the threat of the strike loomed, but did not pass the paid sick leave provisions that the workers sought. Did not do it. It's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable to me that this happened. Workers and companies had until December 9th to reach an agreement before they vowed to strike. The industry estimated that it was going to cost the U.S. economy $2 billion per day if they striked. So yes, that is pressure. That is pressure. But what is so mind-blowing, and of course, you shouldn't be surprised. I should not be surprised. Joe Biden signed the bill into law, making the strike illegal. He said that the bill I'm about to sign ends a difficult rail dispute and helps our nation avoid what, without a doubt, would have been an economic catastrophe at a very bad time in the calendar, he said yesterday before signing the bill. After his administration aided in negotiations for months, and the sides reached a tentative agreement in September, talks ultimately stalled and the rail workers threatened to strike. Did you think that Congress or the president was going to have the back of the rail workers? Oh, no. You should have known better. Yeah, they gave good talk. But as usual, they supported big business. Biden asked Congress to intervene. The Senate passed the bill on Thursday, making the strike illegal. The initial agreement, which the Biden administration accepted, all but 4 rail unions who were holding out for guaranteed paid sick leave days. Guaranteed paid sick leave days. They were trying to give them 1 day of sick time that they needed to have 30 days notice. Who knows 30 days in advance they're going to get sick? These rail companies are making billions in profits per quarter. Billions with a B. And they refuse now to give these rail workers 7 paid days of sick leave. Now, how much would that cost them? About $600 million. to give all of the rail workers 7 days of paid sick leave. But they are making billions with a B in profit per quarter. The greed, it is unbelievable. President Biden let the rail workers down. Now, of course, he's going to talk like he's going to do something. Oh, I'm going to get you on the back end. He got them more money, but they have a very dangerous job. Many of these folks are on call 24 hours a day. Many of them work 14 days straight. And they don't have any paid sick time. It's disgusting. Disgusting. So the strike by the rail workers was going to happen very close to the holiday season. And of course, we didn't want this to happen. But I don't understand why the rail workers could not get 7 days of paid sick leave, considering that they're essential workers, considering the job that they do. Now, of course, members of Congress, they have unlimited sick time, unlimited. They are also heavily supported by big business. Biden, at the time of signing yesterday, said that his economic advisors told him as many as 765,000 Americans, many of them union members themselves, would have lost their jobs. So they're trying to play it and trying to make it seem like they did something to help America. Raquel says that hospitals are doing the same thing. It is unbelievable. These are essential workers doing a very difficult job. Why can't we help them? Why? Why are these politicians serving lip service? Lip service. Oh, we care about the workers. Oh, we care. But then when it comes time for them to show how much they care, what do? Spit in the face. Spit in the face. This is Democrats and Republicans. Democrats and Republicans. Congress has the authority to regulate interstate commerce under Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, and the Supreme Court has ruled it can use that authority to intervene in disputes by rail labor that have the potential to affect trade across state lines. This is an old law from 1926, the Railway Labor Act. It gives the president the authority to intervene as well in situations where a rail strike could significantly affect essential transportation. The act has been invoked 18 times since it was signed into law nearly 100 years ago. This bill does not have paid sick leave for the workers. Every worker in America deserves that. So this fight is not over. The president has claimed that he is going to continue to fight, says that he supports paid sick leave and has supported it for a long time. He's going to continue to fight until he succeeds. I think he's talking smack. Talking smack. If you wanted to do something, you could have did it then. Could have done it back in September. Could have done it back in September. The provision to add 7 days of paid sick leave failed in the Senate in a 52-43 vote. All Democrats present to vote supported it, except, of course, Joe Manchin. No surprise there. In the House, 3 Republican representatives joined with all the Democrats to pass the sick leave proposal. So as usual, Joe Manchin, doing what he does. We constantly hear these politicians talk, right? They do a whole lot of talking. when the time comes for the walk-in, I don't know. They're missing in action. When it comes time to show that they have the back of our essential workers, when it comes time for them to show that they have the back of labor, when it comes time for them to do that, MIA, missing in action, no support, nothing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, on YouTube, DJ Diamond K. Check us out. Drop new videos daily. Wow, so much. So much. Do this. Take a quick break. We're going to come back with more of the show after this.